And it happened. So many times the tourists have said, you know, at the end of the day, the issue is that other tourists, etc., will obviously decide at some point to step in, and rightly so. You know, I think in many ways that's actually been the upside of the boxes, the fact that we've had this involuntary collective disapproval for many groups of tourists when somebody has gone and walked into the box. I see that as being a huge positive myself. A lot of people filming today, a lot of tourists sort of just strutting around generally. The changeover is finished. It's exactly 20 minutes to noon. I'm not late. I was actually hoping for that today. A bit of sunshine, a bit of warmth, a bit of light, brightness. Horsey's looking happy. Which one is it? I don't know, but one of you will know. Could be. Morning. Could well be rough guess, Valerian. Not sure, to be honest, people. I'm just going by the shape of his head. I don't think it's Valerian, actually. Still a beauty either way. Don't worry, horse naming in the videos will resume, guys, when it gets a bit busier. And when I feel far more comfortable with the idea of my brand new phone getting stolen. I mean, that moment might never arrive. I might never be comfortable with it, but that's the plan. Okay, I'm going kind of cutting through slowly. Who have we got at the other end? Now, oh, hold on a second, guys. This is good news. Look who's back. Tashman is back. Looking mighty splendid. On a very happy horse who's enjoying the sunlight. Look, his forelock is gently moving in the breeze. It's not windy this morning, but it's breezy. There's a good bit of movement, etc. in the air. Not a lot, but enough to make it, I think, potentially interesting morning. As usual, the Blues have done a brilliant job of misaligning the sign. I'll tell you guys, the Blues and Royals are far more of a pro-Shakespearean regiment than the lifeguards. One would certainly think so, given the fact that they almost never ever get the sign right, which is strange. They were truly made in a silly schoolboy error this morning of putting on a top, an exercise top that he'd forgotten to completely dry. I'd be feeling feeling a little wet walking around in my top. Let's hope that my body heat will slowly counteract this, the moisture. Who have we got inside today? Oh, it's a well-known, popular, new-ish trooper, guys. He was the same gatesman on the day that the blondie tourist turned up and went into the arches to have a casual chat with him, as one does. Yeah, so he's back on duty over there. Police seem pretty chill today. There's only two of them. There would have been more when the guard change was ongoing, but now, for the moment, two. Golly, I don't think I've seen this many people filming here this year yet. I've counted at least 10. That's a lot. Not necessarily negative, because at least anything and everything that happens will get captured by someone. Because, as you know, yours truly is not here every day, far from it. And even when I am here, I'm not here for many hours. So lots of stuff does miss this channel. But you know what? We get most of the interesting, or most interesting parts. Why? Because we bother to investigate the reasoning behind them. I think you might have seen there were about 4 or 5 videos actually with the group from New York that were published across many channels. Yours truly happened accidentally to feature in them, which is fine, I don't mind. But it was interesting because not one of them, of all the people filming, said a word to the group. And that's a mentality I'm a little bit struggling with, because as I see it, just like yesterday, the situation with the knife man in Knightsbridge, I think when something that serious or dramatic happens, and you're right there, my personal opinion is that it's not a bad thing to get involved. And before you jump in and say, oh, but it's dangerous, I don't mean, going all Superman, etc., and trying to resolve the problem yourself. A bit too bright that way, the flaring. I mean either quickly putting the phone down, away, and calling the authorities, or more importantly, trying using verbal tactics to distract the perpetrator. That often works best because people in that frame of mind, in other words, that are extremely stressed, often out of control because of the adrenaline. Best tactic is to try to calm them, not to confront them. But a lot of people don't get that, which is unfortunate. And we haven't had any super serious situations like that on this channel yet. Hopefully we never will. However, and I think this is key, the interactions that we have had with other people that have been a bit naughty have ended up being overwhelmingly positive, because a calm and measured approach, I think, is key. In other words, somebody who's armed or extremely angry and or upset and or in some cases off their head, they will never respond well to confrontation or threats, etc. And a good example of that is the channels in the US where we see many people drunk, a little out of control, on meth, whatever, generally unhappy. And the police are there, sometimes, dozen officers all saying, get on the floor, or tase you, or shoot you, blah, blah, blah. And the crazy person's just like, well, do it then. Because you can't think logically at that point, can you? You really can't. However, calm, logical negotiation often yields a more positive, safe ending. It's easy to say that, I know, guys, when we're not under pressure, as it were, but we've been under minor pressure on this channel so far. And if it happens again, I'll deal with it when it happens again. Hopefully in a calm way. If not, I'll just get murdered on my own channel. I'm kidding, guys. Imagine actually if this is posted in the future. Oh, actually, let's not go there. Okay, we've got some reasonable numbers, and I'm expecting lots of people to be arriving from the palace in the next between 10 and 30 minutes, give or take. They normally start to back up in the tunnel during the guard change at noon, which is coming up very soon. So 2 new horses, 2 new guards, and lots of happy tourists.
Just go close to him.
You can go close, but you can't get on the horse. It's his horse. But you're allowed anywhere that's outside of the white box. If you go in the box, he'll shout at you. Yeah. and you'll be on YouTube, so don't go in the box. You've probably seen those videos, where people will get shouted at or get back, get away from the horse, etc. Yeah. It happens a lot here, even with the box. Plus other tourists walk straight in when somebody's getting a picture. It's funny. Little school of minions have just arrived, look, being pushed around in quad pushchairs. Kind of interesting. They're always really squeezed tightly around the box, though, these groups, which is... Oh, one's upset, which is a nice thing to see. The trouble is now the lady missed the opportunity to get a good picture. Oops, she's going to try again. Because there's so many others there. See, he didn't shout at you. Okay, she's happy. What a lovely smile. Okay, who's next? There.
Oliver no quiere. Oliver tiene miedo. No quiere. Oliver, delante mía. Ponte delante mía.
I will try endeavour to move somewhat more centre on as we get closer to the bell. We've still got exactly 10 minutes, so there's no rush. There are a lot of cameras here today, so I need to give myself a little bit of space so that I'm not narrating 10 different videos at once. I mean, not that I care. At the end of the day, if somebody wants to stand near me, fine. But as long as I was there first, otherwise it's unfair just to barge in and assume carte blanche. Very curious to see slowly over the course of the morning which groups we end up with. It's Friday, and Friday typically, more often than not, ends up being Chinese Day here at Horseguards. I don't know if that's because the larger groups are always booked for Fridays, but we'll see. I think the first really bright sunny day is going to be Sunday. And most of next week should be the same, guys. Dry, sunny. So potentially a lot to look forward to. And half term is always a brilliant, fun week here, actually. No. Gosh, I keep on standing super far back in many cases. There's a guy actually walking around in shorts in the yard. I'm not sure if he accidentally got on the wrong plane. I think he was hoping to go to Austria, ended up in London. Moving away a bit, guys, because got some super coffee tourists, and I'd rather not end up with some Frenchy germs all over me. Some kind of cold or similar between now and next week. Got my worst nightmare, to be honest, getting sick again. Hopefully it won't happen. I mean, one never knows. Well, it's you for a while.
Where you been?
At the same time.
Where you been?
I mean, I was here day before yesterday. Where
Was
you
it
were?
Wednesday?
You were here on Wednesday. I think I came a little bit later, so I think maybe we missed each other.
No, I most probably went down to St James's and then pissed off.
Yeah. To be honest, it's been just too cold and mushy to be that optimistic about being outside anyway in the past
I
week.
went up to St James's and then I went home. And that was it. And I was up there yesterday, not a lot going on, and I was up today. So.
Yeah, yesterday I was busy,
up at,
but it wasn't busy here yesterday apparently. A couple of people said it was very
I was
quiet.
up down doing, I've got some new ones started there, so I've been up there yesterday.
You mean household division,
Yeah.
new soldiers, yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of new faces here as well, to be honest.
Is there?
Yeah, I mean, he's been here before, it's not his first day, same with the guy in the Archers, but they've only been in for a couple of months.
Yeah.
They've got some new ones coming through with both regiments.
I think they change them all over. They don't have the same ones there all the time, they change them all about now.
Yeah, they're changing them far more frequent than they used to, actually, to be honest. It's kind of interesting, because every time you turn up, you never know who you're going to get.
No.
Just like a box of chocolates, folks. You don't know what you're going to get. Big Palestine protest tomorrow, starting here. It's going to the embassy. I wonder if they're going to keep this place on lockdown all day. No?
I don't come up tomorrow. I might come up Sunday, see what happens, see if the trains are all right.
Next week is half term, am I right? As well.
I think so, yeah, it's going to be hell, isn't it?
I mean, good hell. Plus, it's going to be sunny.
No,
so
not hell, it's going to be hell.
No, I'm saying, but good hell. Like positive hell in the sense of there being, a little bit of life, a bit of action
Too
here.
many people, I don't like
It is a bit busy on the half term, agreed. For still photography, it's a nightmare.
I don't like it. When it's just quiet, it's too busy.
Yeah, but hopefully this is the
Things
start
like
of us.
COVID, it was lovely.
Yeah, agreed. Hopefully this is the start of things getting a bit better. I mean, this is the first bright morning in a week, and everything's different. You just feel better about going outside, don't you, when it's like this?
It's still cold.
Yeah, it's still flipping freezing, but the light is great for pictures.
I don't mind it, but the sun's shit sometimes.
Yeah, it is this morning. Not warming us up at all.
It's trying to get photos and it's all living.
Yep.
It's nice to see it. I see it, but it's horrible when it's out. It's lots of pictures of it.
I'll show you something that happened yesterday. That was filmed. It wasn't here, but it was very, very controversial. I'll turn the sound down because you'll be shocked at this. It was kind of reported in some of the media, but in most of it, they skipped it. Look at this. This is opposite the barracks in Knightsbridge yesterday. 1 second.
Yeah, he was at the barracks yesterday.
No. This happened opposite the barracks in Knightsbridge yesterday. Look at this.
Well, what was he doing?
Chap turns up at the Turkish consulate burning a Quran. That diplomat runs out armed Obviously not caring because he's probably got diplomatic immunity. Look at this. And again in the face, look.
Shit. Did you have a gun? What was it, a knife?
No, a massive kitchen knife.
No coppers about either.
It took them a while to turn up, but the fact that it was opposite the barracks was the thing that surprised me.
Shit.
Madness, no? That can happen in the centre of London in daylight on a Thursday afternoon. It's like, what?
Did you put it on?
It's not mine. It's not mine. No, someone that I know that was here last week filming.
You didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
wasn't there?
No, but he posted it yesterday, and then I quickly grabbed a little bit of it and thought, you know what, this is just crazy.
As if it's about it.
Yeah, kind of shows that anything can happen here now in 1 second as well, which is a bit
Yeah.
concerning. You know, you're just taking a picture or whatever, and somebody gets the wrong end of the stick.
He didn't stab him, he just boot the shit out of him.
Yeah, but it was interesting the way that he held the knife. Normal idiots, like kids, they're like this, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't think
But-
would
but he-
would have used it.
No, but he had it the other way. He had it the smart way. You could see the guy had military training because he was holding it with the blade backwards. That is how you use it, this way. Whereas the little kids are like this. That's not how to. Yeah, it's not how to do it at all.
Well, I don't think
Which is-
I don't know if he would have used it, I don't know.
It looked pretty hairy though, didn't it?
Stupid, idiot, isn't it? Never mind.
Right, folks. I'll see you soon. There's the reaction of the military photographer. It was an extraordinary thing to see. Thoroughly extraordinary, actually. One of the most remarkable videos I've seen this year, filmed here in London. If I see him about, or if he's here at Horseguards today, I'll ask him if he's happy for me to drop a link. The thing is, I think the more attention it gets, the more chance there is of it getting deleted. It's half tempted to be in the yard, but looking at the numbers, I think we're going to have more fun with people streaming out of the yard after the changeover, and it being noon, chances of it being a double change are very, very, very limited. So I think what we're going to do, in front of the tourists taking pictures, is stay with Tashman. Have you got no gloves, I tell you, in this weather? What? It's super cold, no? What's this, today or yesterday? Is she curtsying, like bowing, or? Oh! Oh my god. This happened yesterday. This is not mine, by the way. You might know the channel. Don't say it out loud. This, crazily enough, happened right opposite the barracks yesterday. Okay. Look at this.
Really?
This
Is that true?
Yesterday afternoon in Knightsbridge.
He's got a knife?
Yep.
No, he's got no knife.
Yes, he has. Look in his hand. In his right hand. What's that?
Yeah. What book he got?
Quran.
Oh my God! In London.
Yeah, Turkish diplomat. Some guy just turns up burning it. Obviously, he gets upset, runs out. Boom.
No, but that he can't.
Look at this. The delivery driver kicks him in the face as well.
Yeah, but whatever this guy done, he's done wrong. Imagine somebody do Bible or anything like this. He's no good man. That means whoever he wants to fight. But
The
he
fact
gives
that
people.
that can happen was a surprising thing. But luckily,
There's
he
no
was there
that
to
news.
capture it.
There's no that news.
This is exactly why a lot of us saved it, because it's not being covered in the mainstream media. But it happened yesterday.
Want a picture as well?
This was yesterday. A couple of them did pick it up. Daily Mail and GB News have got it.
They got it.
They run small pieces about it, but nothing on on the mainstream. Nothing in the Guardian. Nothing BBC that I've seen. Interesting though, how they're hushing up interesting stories. I wonder why.
But I tell you one thing. This guy who got knife hitting him. They plan together.
You think?
How come somebody is there with a knife standing?
Okay, because the building that he was outside was the Turkish consulate in Knightsbridge. So the guy that came out with the knife, we're assuming, has diplomatic immunity. Turkish
Doesn't matter, he got
diplomat.
knife? No, this is planned.
You think that the whole thing was set up?
Yeah, he said 100% sure. Look, man, somebody here, either doing or Bible or whatever. You think somebody standing in the school with a gun and standing up?
Oh no, but when
plan.
this is just like a little bit, etc. But when the video begins, he's nearby doing something else. Then this happens. Also, afterwards, you can see the guy's been cut on his arm.
It makes it look like it just happened. But
That would have been good enough for
how many people
Spielberg.
getting in, I think, no one.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. In this area, no. Too many cameras for sure.
This is why this cover is national TV. This is not cover.
Because you think that they know that the whole thing was
that they
pre-planned.
will be exposed as soon as I think it's planned.
That's an interesting
Why
perspective. That's a very interesting perspective. I mean, it might explain it, but then again, the guy getting cut at the end, that was a bit...
Yeah.
Unless it was an accident.
John, these people are fed about these things. But cutting and all these, they're all part, they get paid for that. I think my analysis is, but
Yeah, it could
maybe
be
I'm
true.
wrong.
No, you might have a point. Speaking of points, guys, next horse is coming out. I'll try not to focus on that video too much. It's a good, very good perspective that my friend here just made about it possibly being pre-planned. I personally don't think it was, just because I've seen all the footage, even the stuff that wasn't published. So either it's a brilliant production involving a crew, or it wasn't. Okay, one of the twins is back, folks. Not, sadly. I was just about to say hopefully both are back, but no, we've only got one. Lady trooper here, gent trooper in the other box. I mean, that certainly helps me to decide which box we're going to focus on. Oh yes, so we did choose the right end ultimately, and surprisingly, to be quite honest. Must remember, I'm trying to keep a mental note, must remember to ask the police about tomorrow. Okay, and also they're not changing over in the yard. Gatesman hasn't moved. So this is good. Let's see what might or might not happen at this end. Now, we know that she's super strict with the enforcement of this box. What we don't know is whether anybody's going to walk into it, so that enforcement gets utilised. Here's another very fine dressed horse on the left. Hey, alright?
How are you?
I haven't seen this many people filming since like last summer. It's very busy. Oh, it's all good. Procession, folks, of well-dressed people this morning. And very kind of him to say sorry, even though he did nothing wrong. But the days of being able to stand, kind of 6 feet from the horse's nose are over, at least until we get that Easter potential summer crush. Ta-da. This is interesting. They're having a discussion, the lady and gent in front of me, about whether or not the trooper is going to speak to him. I don't know if he might well be an ex-trooper himself, but his wife is trying to say to him that it's pointless because he, even though it's a she, won't talk to you. I mean, let's see. One never knows. Oh, I thought they were going for a picture. Nope, they're off. I'm thinking, yeah, possible ex-trooper, in fact, wanted to have a word. Oh. Somebody was just shouted at extremely loudly at the other end. Somebody up the white box. That's interesting. We didn't have a good look at the trooper who's in the box the other end yet. We will do that in a minute. I'm trying to keep an eye on who's coming out the gate and which way they're turning when they come out the gate. But at least there's decent football this morning. That shout did draw the attention of the police, interestingly enough. I can't see from where I'm standing now which trooper we've got at the other end, but we'll find out in a few minutes.
Attention, Malo sur le côté, mais va sur le côté là-bas.
I don't need to mention which language we're hearing spoken to my left. So it appears it will be a French day again. Mais oui. Okay, so now it's a little bit better here. Let's have a look. Who do we have in the other box? I don't know. Let's find out. Interesting, one thing I did forget about is we had 2 videos in the past week or two with young gents visiting from New York. The guys from New Jersey, and then the large Orthodox Jewish group who also said they were from New York. I didn't know, or don't know exactly where. Actually, hold on a second. Hold everything, guys. Stop the press. I think, it's very hard to see, in fact, when they've got the helmet on. I think, I think, I don't know actually, but this trooper, I'm pretty sure, hasn't been spotted here in some time. Either it's someone new, or it's someone that is remarkably similar in his appearance to a long-serving blue. It's impossible to be sure. I'm not going to zoom in on his face. I think his attache that makes him look like a certain other trooper that's very well known across social media. Either that or someone brand new. Instinctively, judging by how loud the shout was and how it was delivered, my money is on this not being a new trooper. In other words, it being a returning famous face. Some of the troopers that I recognise instantly, even out and about in London, because I live not very far from the barracks, look so different, incredibly different without the helmet. So it's really hard to say 100%. That's a good picture as well. Great light this morning, eh? For oh. Okay, so he's absolutely not taking any nonsense. In fact, he's not even taking a step in the box as something that is permissible.